All right. Howdy, 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 everybody. How is everybody doing? Happy Thursday. Already starting off with a $5 super chat. Metal Matt, thank you so much, dude. I appreciate it. Like, share, and subscribe. I agree. Everybody like and share, subscribe. I don't know what happened originally with the first live stream. I think what happened was Streamlabs had an update, and I updated it prior to the going live, and I think that screwed something up with the stream key or something like that. So I think something happened with that. That's probably why I'm seeing a bunch of like random comments coming in on YouTube about like what happened to the stream. So I apologize. I don't know what happened. I literally, like, before everything started, I sat here. I was like, okay, we're all good. Everything's checked out. We should be good to go. And of course, I double audio in the beginning, and then we have a hiccup on the actual stream. So apologize for that. Hopefully, everyone should be here that I think was commenting on the original live stream. So, but I'm sure, again, we just started, but we're already breaking the stream for a giveaway. That's wonderful. No one's gonna win. Anyways, how is everybody doing? Welcome in. So yes, we got a couple things we're going to talk about today. We've got obviously the big one, the giveaway. We're giving away this right here, the Scottsdale Rifleman round, the antique finish. This is going to be the one and only, at least right now, the one and only prize for today. So one lucky person will win on this stream. So if you guys want to do that, we'll start that here in a second. I just want to get everybody in as much as possible because of the possible hiccup of what happened. So this will be the giveaway thing. And then, of course, as you guys know, for every $100 on a super chat, we will add a additional ounce of something in this little giveaway tube that I created. So we already started off with the $5. So pretty good start so far. But yeah, that's the plan, guys. We're going to go over a bunch of other stuff. So we'll leave that here for that. And there's only a couple things I really want to go over. Three things, really. There's only three things we're going to really do today. This might be an hour-long stream, depending on how chat goes. If chat goes crazy, then this could be a little bit longer. But as of right now, what we're going to do is, first off, we're also, I think, in order, what we're going to do. We're going to start with this. I've already opened this, but again, because I kind of had to. I'll explain in a bit. But this is the silver roulette giveaway item. If you guys remember that from 2 weeks ago on the live stream, this was what was in the battle of the U.S. Silver Eagles and the Constitutional Silver. So I'm keeping it in this package because I want, when I ship this out on the next giveaway, I want this to be intact as much as possible. So I'm literally going to ship it in another envelope just like this. That way the person who gets it keeps it in the original packaging that SD Bullion put this in. And I think this just makes it a little more secure than rather than just something like, for example, where do I have them? Let me find it real quick. I think it's in one of these drawers. Oh yeah. So right here. So I would typically ship them in, like, you know, one of these bubbler paper things, but I want to double up on that rather than just setting them in here. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to start with the unboxing-ish of this. We're going to just take this out as much as possible without breaking too much of the original packaging. And then we're going to talk a little bit about just silver and gold in general, how it's been doing this past week. And I think I have some thoughts on where it might go. And then the other thing at the end, of course, is the giveaway. So we're going to give people some time to trickle on in here because I know sometimes some people join in usually 30 minutes later. It's usually when it kicks off. But yeah, I mean, I'm expecting a big crowd because the first giveaway, we had a lot of people in here. So this one, so far, I see a lot of regulars in here, which is great. It means you guys are going to be, you know, less competition. But of course, we want to bring as many people in as possible to share the love. But, you know, obviously liking and subscribing is helpful, but it also kind of does reduce your chances a little bit. But it's okay. But let's see here. So let's see who's all here. Let's go say hi to everybody because I know a lot of you guys have been commenting. I want to say hi to everybody, make sure I got everybody. Obviously, Metal Matt with the 5, we talked about that one. How you doing? Yasmel, Baby Shark, Eric, Joseph, Mike, Argent, Steve, Beto, I think I said your name. I'm not sure if I did or not. Who else did I maybe miss? Who else did we miss? AJ, how you guys doing? Randy, I'm just trying to go down the list here to make sure I didn't miss anybody. I want to make sure to say hi to everyone. Edwin, how you doing? War, Alexander, welcome in. Rob. And I think that is everybody. If I missed someone, I apologize. But anyways, let's go ahead and start with a little quick unboxing, shall we? So let's remove all this stuff out of the way for right now. It's not a real unboxing, but again, for those of you who don't know, if you're joining in for the first time, this is dog hair. Oh yeah, I also got a new mat. So I ordered that as well. So we have a new mat on the table here, which will be in future videos. So that's going to be a nice little feature. I think a nice clean thing was helpful, because the original one I had was my old mouse pad that was just starting to get a little dirtied up. So, but let's see. All right, let's move this out of the way. I want to do the unboxing first, but we'll do that here. Let's see. GSK4, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. I think we got everybody here. All right, so let's do this. It's not a big unboxing, but again, let me explain. So, for those of you who might be new to this channel or to the live stream, if you're joining in for the giveaway, what we typically do is every 2 weeks we have a live stream, and what we do is one live stream is a silver roulette, where we decide what the next giveaway prize is going to be. And if you guys don't remember, 2 weeks ago we did the battle of, realistically, it was literally between the American Silver Eagles and the Junk Silver. That was a spicy Game 7 finals victory. So it was pretty fun. But essentially, yes. This is what we won on the last one. It's not a secret, so it's not really like a surprise unboxing, but it's a $5 face value Junk Silver dimes from SD Bullion. I'm gonna try and open this up real quick. But yeah, like I said, if you guys are unfamiliar with the channel, we do a giveaway once a month, and we do silver roulette once a month. So every 2 weeks we have a new live stream, and we decide what to give away, and it's all random. I have no idea what's gonna win or what's not gonna win. It might be actually easier on this side. But that's how the game goes, and one lucky person is going to get this. So we're just doing a little unboxing. So this is going to be for next month's giveaway, if that makes sense. So I know it's a little bit in the future, but this is what we're doing. And there is a ambulance driving through. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but let me see if I can I want to try to get this out as much as I can. It keeps sinking into the other side every time I do this, but maybe we can just do that. There we go. All right, so this is next month's giveaway, dimes, right? As you can see, it's Junk Silver. You guys know I'm not lying. Obviously, it's SD Bullion's wrapping right there. And I don't know if we can get a date on that. Let's check it on there. Check it off camera. I can't see it from that. 1964. So it's 1964 on that one. On that ender, and then in this ender, we have no idea what it's going to be, but you can obviously tell it is Junk Silver. So this one is going to be next month's giveaway prize, and I think if I'm going on SD Bullion's page right now, this is worth about $133 as of right now. So this is going to be a bigger giveaway than the one we're doing today. So keep that in mind. We're going to put this off to the side. I'm going to try to put this back in here as best I can. I'll do that off stream later on, but we'll set that there. So we did the little unboxing, and let's see. Let's get back on chat here. And we'll just start talking about some silver stuff and gold. Let's see, who did I miss? Northern Lumens found your channel this week. Great videos, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. YouTube got new ads. I think they throw ads in, right? It's it's just how it goes. You may also know me as Mama Cat. Yeah, I do remember that name. Her account got logged in on the iPad. I'm on the phone now. But gotcha. It says roulette was fun, even though the Libertad didn't win. Yeah, I think the Libertad got kicked out in the first round, didn't it? I think it got it was pretty. It was the Junk. This one did so good in the series. It swept in game or in the second round, and it almost swept in the. Hold on, how many rounds were there? There were 3 rounds, right? You have the conference, the semis. I don't remember how many. I think there was 3 rounds total. The first round it did like a 4-1 victory in a best of 7. And then the second one was was a sweep, and then the third one went to a spicy game 7. That was so much fun. But let's see. What else do we have? Yeah, but Silver Roulette was pretty fun. The Libertad did not do very well in the first round. They got kicked out. I think they played the Canadian Maples in the first round, if I remember correctly. Let's see. Let's see what you got. I got my 2025 uncirculated coin sets in today, waiting on the Army Privy to ship on back order still. Oh, yeah, speaking of which, I just knocked over all the coins. Hang on. My Privy, the U.S. Army Privy. Let me check real quick. That actually, I want to make sure that this isn't, because I don't want to expose some information. That should be here on Saturday for me. All right, if I double check let me just check my email real quick. That should be here on Saturday. So I'll try to unbox it and talk about it as fast as possible. So it's one of the first videos up there, because it's shipping from Texas. So it should be very quick to get here. I'm just checking to see what oh, it's actually going to be here tomorrow. Oh, heck yeah, that's awesome. It's going to be here tomorrow. So that might be a little later video. But yeah, so that Army Privy, you guys know about that one. That one's going to be out for me. I'm going to get that tomorrow. So that'll be pretty fun. I'll stay up late, do a video, and we'll do an unboxing video on that just by itself. So it's going to be pretty fun in that regards. But yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that, Beto, because I almost forgot about bringing that up in the in the live stream. So did the Army Privy ever sell out? I don't think so. I don't think it did. Let me take a look. I guess we can do this together, but well, yeah, you know what? Let's do this together, because we're gonna start talking about some stuff. Just give me 1 second here, guys. I just have to make sure that there's no personal things showing up. Now we're good. All right, so let's go switch this over to here. So let's see if it's still available. Product schedule. I gotta minimize this because I have to read the chat if I can. I think we have to go back a little bit more. I think it's still available. I don't think that's out of stock or anything, because even when I looked at it the other day and it still said it was available. Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Here it is. Army Privy. Oh, it's not available. Okay, so never mind. You guys are out. If if you guys are looking to get it, you're a little late. You're a little too late to the party, which I'm surprised, because this thing was sitting there for a little bit. You know, I thought that a lot of people would get dropped out when they did the second charge, because like they took the original charge and then it was sitting on in my bank account, and then it like disappeared, and then it came back the day it was shipped. So I wonder if maybe certain people didn't have enough money in their account when it actually charged the second time. If it did that, I don't know if it maybe just countered it because it charged it the first time and then it took it off and then recharged it again right away. So maybe you never saw a loss. But I wonder if maybe someone didn't have $100 in their account for whatever reason, and it charged them again. I don't know. It didn't do a double charge. It just like removed the first one and put a second one on. So I'm not sure how that works, but I mean, I was wondering if that was going to have any impact on people's ability. Like maybe if you had a low balance that, and you were expecting it to be, you know, done the first time like a month ago, then maybe you were screwed and you have to. And I was expecting maybe this to show some more options available because some people didn't have a balance, and you know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense, but that's just kind of what my thing was regarding that. But also, I think we talked about this on the last stream, but I just want to bring it back up again because it reminded me of it, and it's just so stupid. I want to hold on. It should be right here. This stupid thing. This stupid privy. The laser privy. It's so bad. It is so bad. I'm sorry. This is a money grab one right here. But It is what it is. But yeah, it's not available anymore. Well, this is if you really want to buy it. They're really putting a one household order limit on this thing. Like, there's no way anyone's gonna want to buy like a bunch of these. I wonder if I want to check eBay real quick. Give me 1 second. I'm just gonna pull it up. I just want to make sure that my account's not logged into it for whatever reason, and I just don't want people to see. Obviously, okay, we're good. So let's bring this back up here in just a second. I want to see if we can get. Oh no, there you guys. Oh, hold on. What is this crap? What is all this stuff? Okay, let's try that again. Boom. All right, let's go into the 2025 Army Privy Silver Eagle. It's ungraded. I want to look at what's sold in the last few days. I want to see if it's dropped in price. It actually looks like it kind of did drop a little bit, because I think I originally had it at like 250-ish. What's going on outside? Sorry, I don't know. There's like sirens and everything. But anyways, so 235 for this one, 202 for that one. I'm looking at ungraded ones, so 200 here, 200 here. So it looks like it's actually dropped in price a little bit. So it was sitting around like 250 for a bit. Now I was looking at like it looks like it's sitting at around 200. So it's definitely kind of dropped in value a little bit. So very interesting to see that, I guess. But yeah. Let's see, silver and gold. Let's see, where is in here? I want to go check the prices. So silver was doing really well for most of the month. Let's see here. For the past 3 months, it really started to take off around June. And then it was, we were as low as in 32 at the start of the month, and then going into 33. And then it went up to 34, went up to 36, and then it kind of stagnated a little bit, and then shot up to 37, went to 38, 39, and almost hitting 40, and then it's just starting to tank back down. The GSR, kind of the same thing. So, maybe not back in May, but back in June, the beginning of the month, we were sitting at 100. We were kind of stagnant at 100, and then it started to tank. Went down into the 90s, and then started to kind of go back down into the 80s, which we saw couple weeks ago, and then it's just been kind of sitting at around 86, and now it's kind of rising back up. And I think there's a couple things for this. So one being the fact that the US dollar has been doing pretty well. So over the last, I'm just going to show you a 3-month period here. If we look, the US dollar was going down and down and down and down and down. And then it kind of went up a little bit, took a pretty good dip, and then now it's on its rise back up. So, back at the beginning, a couple of weeks ago, and even into like June, the reason why silver was starting to do pretty well is because the dollar was going down, and interest rates were expected to be lowered and everything. And now the dollar is going up, and you can kind of see that being the case, like especially around the 23rd of July, it started to go up. The price of silver on the 23rd right here, that's when it started to go down. Part of that also is because the couple things, I guess. The GDP came out, the quarterly GDP numbers came out, and where is that at? I saw it for a second here. Here it is. So we were like the last quarter was actually negative 0.3, and they were actually expecting a positive GDP, but then we ended up being negative. This past one that happened yesterday came out, and we were 3% over when they expected 2.5. So GDP did pretty good. The Fed's fund rate, we still have yet to see a rate cut anytime soon. And for this entire year, we haven't seen one at all. And so that, on top of that, there's one more thing I want to show you guys too that's pretty interesting. With inflation also kind of going down, and the interest rates being held flat, I mean, silver was kind of priced in already to the expectation of the rate cuts that were coming up. I mean, if you look at the year to date, silver's done pretty well. And I think this entire year, we were expecting the rates to go down. Conflict started to come up a little bit, and the dollar was crashing. There's all these signals that silver and gold were going to do pretty well, and you can see that it was doing very well. But I think this dip right here is because of the whole tariff thing, which ended up being very short-lived, I think. And so, but now what you're seeing is one thing that I think it was really cool to look at. If you actually look at the FedWatch tool, for September's rate cut probabilities, they're expecting a 61 chance that it's going to stay the same, and almost 40% that it's going to go down. Now, what's interesting is 1 month ago, they were expecting the rates to drop at a 75% probability. That was 1 month ago. Then a week ago, they were expecting a 60%. A day ago, it went down to 46%. And then today it's down at 38%. So the sentiment on this is very negative. They're expecting it to just maybe hold flat for a little bit longer. And I think the only next time we might actually see a possible rate cut is, I think it's in October is when they're expecting at least maybe a 50-50. But even then, if you look at that too, what started it, well, I guess in this case, the current rates, they're expecting it a month ago to be a 1.4% chance that will happen in October, that the rates will stay the same, and that's been increasing. So it's very interesting to see that, and even all the way into December when they're really expecting rate cuts to hit. I mean, you're having a almost 80% chance or so that it'll actually do it. I mean, for rates to go down. I mean, look at this too. Even the current rate cuts at a month ago, it was 0.3%. A month ago, they're expecting by December that only 0.3% of people are expecting rates to stay the same, but that number's increasing. So pretty interesting to see that there has been, like, in terms of the U.S. news, it's just been pretty good. Dollar is getting a little bit stronger now, and the inflation's been fairly tamed for the most part, although it's starting to tick up a little bit from last month. I mean, everything's looked pretty decent. You know, silver and gold, they don't like good news, so you're not going to see much of it in terms of price up. But I think a lot of this was estimating that we were going to see rate cuts and we were going to have issues with tariffs and everything else. So I think these prices were estimating all of that to happen, but now we're starting to see that, well, it didn't really go the way people expected it to, and now you're starting to see this dip. So I think that's what we're starting to see right now with silver going down and with gold starting to flat out a little bit and starting a little tiny downtrend. I think prices are probably going to drop a little bit. So, I mean, even the GSR went back up. GSR is back up to 90. But again, it depends on what happens at the end of the year. I think Trump's saying that he wants to put someone else in who's going to put rates even lower. Who knows? I think maybe we'll see some flat to lower silver and gold prices for the next month or two until we get closer to September's rate cuts possibility or potential. And maybe when we get closer into September, towards the end of August, we'll start to see maybe some other things like that. But Powell, out of spite, won't lower rates at this point unless there's a major shift in the economy. No reason right now to rock the boat. Yeah, I 100% agree. But, I mean, we'll see what happens. But I think my prediction on all of this is gold and silver are just going to flatten out for a bit. I don't think we're going to see much. There might be a couple days here and there of something, but I think maybe it'll just kind of do what it's doing right here, where it's just kind of flatten out. But silver is obviously going to be a little more volatile, but I think it's just going to be a little flat for a bit until something happens, right? Because we've already had this year alone, we've had a couple global conflicts, obviously Israel and Iran. We had India, Pakistan, and then we had a little bit of the Asian countries, Thailand, and I forget the other one, but they were going at it. Like, so there's a lot of international issues right now going on with that, and that hasn't really done much of it. But I think a lot of these prices were just the expectations of negative sentiments within the markets, but we never saw that. So I mean, who knows what it's going to do, but We'll see. Never get you. I mean, I'm just guessing. I'm not saying this will happen. But if you guys would buy, would you guys buy on the? What do you guys think? Do you think? Let's put up a poll. Let's put up a poll here, shall we? Gold and silver will do what? I'm typing with one hand, so just give me a second here. All right, let's put that up there. I hope I spelled that right. I can't really. I think it went through. There you go. Gold and silver will do what? What do you guys think? Is it going to rise? Is it going to fall? And keep this. This is going to be within a 3-month time frame. Keep it within a 3-month time frame. What you guys think is going to happen? So we're not gonna say like towards the end of the year or in the long term, because I think in the long term it's always going to rise. But do it within by the end of the year. Let's say by the end of the year, where do you guys think it's going to be at? Do you think it's going to be higher or lower, or is it going to be pretty stagnant? I think that's pretty fair. I'm surprised you have no mods. Yeah, you know, Beto, I've been considering it. I have an idea of how I kind of want to execute that for in terms of mods. But I also haven't really run into anybody being stupid in the live streams yet. So I think that I haven't really had a need to really kind of think about it too much, but I think I do have an idea of what I'm gonna do. I do want to reach out to people as well when it comes to mods. Like I don't want to just throw it at them and make them have the responsibility of just doing it. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna do something here soon. Man, we are at a 3-way tie right. Okay, it just broke. But yeah, I mean, like right now, there hasn't been any. I don't think there's that many. You know what's interesting actually that you bring that up. There are people in the live stream so far. It's been fairly tame. Like I haven't seen any stupid people come in and make dumb comments and all sorts of stuff. But on my videos or on the shorts or even the engagement posts, there's a couple people and they are repetitive. They will it's only on a some people are on a post, some people are on a short, and it's usually those. They don't comment on the videos, but on the shorts or on the engagement posts, there's always one person. There's like 2 or 3 of them, but there's usually one person that just says some stupid stuff. And it's like, and they talk and hate on precious metals. And I'm just like, why? Like, and they've been doing it for months. Like since I started actually really trying to put videos out back in February, they've been commenting since February on every single post that I put out. And they're just like, you're stupid. Anyone who buys gold and silver is an idiot. And like, it's so funny. But I haven't seen that bleed into the live streams yet. So until it does, I don't think I'm going to really worry about that. But I'm probably, the way I'm thinking about doing it is anyone who's like a real, maybe I'll put like a form if someone wants to, and they can like fill something out and whatnot. And then they can do that, or maybe I'll just promote the members into it automatically. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do, but I haven't really. I'll probably do a form just for those who are actually interested in doing it. But that's just it for me in that sense. But let's see here. I got the window blind blocking. I gotta move this over here. I'm sorry. Well, no, I don't want to do that because that's showing the thing. Only comment on the live stream. I don't post. I don't like to post on regular videos, and that's fine. Like I don't. Some people do. Some people don't. I don't want to. I don't want people to have to comment on everything. Just comment on what you guys want to. But yeah, there's always one person, some stupid idiot that says something really dumb. If we see anyone saying stupid stuff, we'll let you know. Or if they troll, yeah. If I start seeing stuff, I'll just start modding some people and just be like, go take care of them. Gold and silver follow Bitcoin like everything else is down at the moment, so everything else is as well. I mean, Bitcoin's been on a rise, and I don't think Bitcoin follows gold. I really don't think it does. I don't necessarily think that's actually true. I have to go through and double check it because I really think it's in its own world. Let's see. Oh my god, what's that? Hold on. What is the name? All I see is STFU. Thank you for the $2 donation, man. I know your username. I just can't remember the last part. But yeah, thank you for the $2 donation, man. I really appreciate that. Live stream will hammer clowns, but on video spammers and yeah, you know, on the videos, I just ignore them. I just do. I generally just ignore them. Sometimes I'll comment if someone's trying to be smart and they're trying to say I said something that I didn't. Then I'll usually kind of say something like, in the last video I talked about how I made 120 or how I work 120 hours a week. Someone was like, it's like 120 hours. That's not like they're kind of being smart about it. And I was like, I had to explain like, yeah, I literally sleep for 7 hours and I get up and I work every single day, like 17 hours a day, give or take. So, but it's stupid stuff like that. But most of the time I just ignore it. But yeah, I'll read the negative stuff and I just ignore it. I usually don't pay any attention to it. I'll heart the positive comments and just ignore the negative ones. I let them look stupid on their own. But sometimes now and then I do say something if I feel like it's warranted. I cannot read these. There we go. Oh, that's so much better. All right, Brambo, how you doing? Welcome in. For mod selection, you should see who actually is here the most. Yeah, I mean, Baby Shark, I do see people who are here the most. Like, obviously, you're one of them. There's a lot of people. I think a lot of people in this chat right now are a part of that group as well. But I also don't want to just give it to people like unless they request it or like, and I trust that they're going to be a decent mod. You know, I kind of want to build a. I want to make sure that I put the right. I don't want to just mod someone who shouldn't be modded, if that makes sense. But yeah, there's a lot of people on here that I recognize, and that's kind of like my first filter, if that makes sense. But yeah, Mike, right now we don't need enforcers in this live stream. As far as I can tell, it hasn't been an issue unless you guys start making fake accounts and start being ridiculous. Then maybe we'll have to do something. This is not going to all ATMs are stocks upside down. Hopefully all metals do well going into the third quarter. I think well, typically, I mean, I don't know. I mean, doesn't everything usually go down in the like third quarter going into Q4 too? Like, I don't know. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I mean, I want them to do well, but I also want them to go down so I can buy some more. You know what I mean? Baby Shark, you did ask me a question. Hang on, I see it right there. Did I buy on the dip today? No, I didn't. I was going to, but I didn't have the funds that I was expecting to come in last night didn't come in, and they're probably going to come in tonight. So tomorrow morning, I'm going to go buy, I don't know how many, maybe, I'm going to guess maybe 12 or 13 American Silver Eagles. Because we're doing that monster box challenge. So I'm going to buy, hopefully it dips tomorrow and I get a little bit of a discount, but I'm planning on obviously doing the monster box challenge, which I said I would do. And I'm going to go to my LCS and go buy from them tomorrow, assuming the funds come in tonight, which they usually do. Usually it's been on Wednesday nights usually, but for some reason it didn't come in last night, and now it's going to be more likely than not tonight at like, you know, the next couple hours usually is when it hits. But let's see, work hard while you can while you're young so you don't have to. Yeah, I mean, the thing is though, I like working. Like I used to relax and goof off a lot as soon as I got off of work, but now I don't like doing that anymore. Like I find myself getting annoyed and I start to feel like, what's the right word, like I start to not resent or hate my decisions, but I just tend to like I get annoyed by doing nothing. So I feel like I waste my free time and then I get mad at myself for doing it, if that makes sense. So now I'm just trying to focus on how can I make more money, how can I do things and, you know, spend my free time more efficiently so that I can buy more silver if I want to. You know, there's things I want to do. So you know, doing this channel and these videos take up a lot of time too. So, you know, they take up probably 4 hours a day easily from what I do, all the recording, the photos, the writing of the scripts, designing the next video outline, thumbnails, comment responding. There's a lot of stuff that I do, and it takes about a couple hours a day. Some days are easier, but most days it takes about 3 to 4 hours a day. So, but I love doing it. I love doing this stuff. Let's see what else we got. Is it worth getting into silver medal stocks? I mean, I don't like personally stocks because again, it's like paper. It's like if you don't hold it, then you don't own it. So, I mean, there's money to be made in the stocks. I think from what I've heard and what I've researched, stocks like the junior miners and stuff, they do typically better than the actual physical metals do because obviously the companies have to make the money to produce and mine the resources, so they tend to do a little bit better on bull runs. But again, I'm on the if you don't hold it, you don't own it camp. So that's me. I wonder if the Army Privy definitely sold out. What happened to the backorder people? Mine went from backorder to ship, so I'm getting mine tomorrow from what the USPS tracker said. Yep, no interest rate cuts. Giveaway, Khalil. Yeah, okay, let's do that. Hold on. Actually, if you guys give me a second here, I'm gonna end this poll. Give me 1 minute. I need to. Actually, I didn't even see what it said. Me not paying attention to my own poll. Most of you guys think it's gonna rise up. Okay, interesting. So what we're gonna do is I am going to start. I need to pin a comment. Hang on, what am I doing? Oh, I did not type that correctly. Hold on, I'm typing in something. So don't do this yet, guys. Well, actually, hang on. Let me set this up first because I know you guys are gonna start spamming it if I don't. Done. I wonder if it's gonna. Okay. So we're gonna start with this here to start gathering some names. Pin the message. That way you guys can start doing that. If you guys want to enter in the giveaway, we're gonna open that up now. So you just got to type in !GAW to get into the giveaway. So type that up there and in the chat, and you guys will start getting entries into the giveaway pool, and then I can start taking some names and copying them into the wheel. So go ahead and type that in there. Type !GAW to get your name in there. I think it's got to be all caps. I don't know if it matters or not, but I don't think it does. But let's see here. All right, let me get, while you guys are doing that, let me go check chat. Giveaway, what's the monster box challenge? Yeah, Alexander, basically what I'm doing is I'm going to fill up a monster box of American Silver Eagles, and I only plan on buying American Silver Eagles unless, for a couple rules, I think I said unless the premiums get too high, I have to buy from my local coin shop, and I can only buy American Eagles. There's a fourth one I forgot to add into the video, and that's if the GSR drops. If the GSR, which is kind of tied in probably with the price / premium, but if the GSR goes down low enough, I'm not gonna buy American Silver anymore. I'm gonna buy probably the American Gold Eagles instead. So I think if it gets to that point, then I'll stop it, but otherwise it's just Silver Eagle, Silver Eagle, Silver Eagle until further notice. So that's my plan. Stacking with Craven, how you doing, man? Had to pop in and say hello late here across the pond. Yeah, I think, what time is it over there for you? It's got to be at least like midnight, 1 a.m., something like that. Crazy, right? Glad you're here though. Appreciate you stopping by, even if it's for a little bit. Beto says, then when you get married, more responsibilities, you'll have more money to make. Well, the problem with that, Beto, is I do not plan on getting married because no thank you. I don't want to get married. I have a whole list of reasons that are not related to gold and silver for that. Okay, let's see. Hold on. I'm getting, how much premium is your local coin shop charging? I don't know, actually. I haven't been there. Last time I was there, I think they were charging 5 over. Last time I was there, or maybe it was 6 over. I don't know. It was 5 or 6 over. I really don't know, but I don't care too much. I know some people say they can get it for 2 or 3, but I don't really care. I want to support them. So Beta says never say never. No, like I don't I like the concept of marriage, but I don't like the fact that men get screwed out of it. Like I'm not gonna get married to some girl who's just gonna walk away with half my stuff. No thanks. It's the risk of it is just too stupid. I personally think it's stupid. I think anyone who does get married if they're younger than 30 is just stupid. That's just my opinion. I think I just don't want to do it. So I'm gonna date whatever girl I want, and that's if she don't want to get married, then that's fine. Like that's just my rule. I'm not breaking it. But again, it's not related to gold and silver, so I'm not gonna really get into that. But anyways. Cool. All right. Yeah, I mean you can get a prenup, but that would be the only exception, I guess. That'd be the only exception. What is going on? What is this like? My chat is breaking right now. I don't know what's going on with this. But yeah, keep entering that stuff into the giveaway. We're still collecting names if you guys are interested in winning. Just so that you guys are aware, again, let me go ahead and pull this back up. And we are going to be giving away this right here. So if you guys want to get this 1 ounce Rifleman round, go ahead, put exclamation point GAW in, as you see everyone doing in the chat. Go ahead and put that in. Oh, and I forgot to mention too, duh. On the silver roulette challenge, if you guys remember that, if you correctly guessed the series winner, you can get an extra ounce of silver. So I recognize that there's some people in the chat who are part of that. So on top of this, if you correctly guessed the series, which there's a couple people who did, and that's Eric, Chris, Argent, Kalilo, and Edwin. I know a lot of you are in here right now. If the wheel lands on any of your guys' name, you're gonna get this prize, which we said we would, but you're also gonna get one in this tube as well. So you have the potential to get 2 ounces. Oops, you have the potential to get 2 ounces. So that's the rule that we set in place. So there's only 5 people who got it right in the last one. So just a little bit of a double ante on that one. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, this is what we're giving away is the main prize. And then this is potential other prize for the other 5 people. But on this one, the silver roulette we did 2 weeks ago, we didn't get a winner on that. So this one's just going to be by itself. We're not going to have any additional prizes. So pretty cool stuff. I like doing this. This is very fun. But let's go back and see. It's only a one-time entry. So if you put it in once, that's it. So your name's in there. As long as you do it once, you're good. But I want people to... I'm kind of like dragging it on a little bit because I want people to have as much time as possible. Make sure we didn't miss anything. And then, of course, guys, I mean, I don't know if it matters, but, well, I mean, it kind of does. I want to keep this within the U.S. only. I mean, we'll see what happens. Maybe I change my mind. I don't know. For those who win, I want it to be a U.S. citizen only, or at least residents only, just because I'm not too familiar with how it works from shipping it internationally and stuff like that. So I don't know how that's going to go down, but we'll see what happens. We'll see how that goes. But for now, that's kind of the rule in place. But yeah, I'm surprised that you know what's interesting though? The first giveaway we did, the real big one where we gave away like, I think it was like 3 different, we gave away like 2 rounds and an eagle. We had so many more people in this chat, and now it's like we had like 80 people in the chat at one point, and I think now we like it's not anywhere near that. So I was expecting people to come out of the woodworks and being all like, "Oh, I'm here for the giveaway. I'm a long time viewer," but they never show up in other streams and stuff. So, Craven, I don't know. I haven't decided. I just don't know. Isn't there like some thing where you can't like? If it's just extra money to ship it, then I don't care. But I thought there was like extra things that you had to like do on top of that. I don't know. Like I said, we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll ship it. Maybe I'll ship it anywhere. I don't know. We'll do it for that. They were only for the giveaway. If it's just a matter of postage, then I'm not too concerned then. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see who wins, and we'll go from there. If it becomes ridiculous, I just thought there was some like um I just don't know if there was like I know when you're buying there's like an extra like there's like the Europe has like a was like a VAT tax or something like that. I just didn't know if there's something that I have to do special to ship to a different country other than just pay some extra money. I'm just I never had to ship out anything, so let's see. They were only here for the giveaway. Yeah, which is what I was expecting, Baby Shark. But that was the very first live stream I did, so I don't know how there's not more people in this one either because I made announcements on YouTube, on X, on Instagram. Like I put it on all the social media things. I thought there would be more people in here, but it's fine. It's better for you guys. There's more of a chance to win, right? I mean, there's only right now it shows I think there's 19 people in here, so you guys have a pretty good chance compared to like 60 people being in here. But let's see. We got a couple more minutes here. I think we'll give it a few more minutes for anyone to come in and put in the giveaway thing, and then we'll go ahead and do that. We'll get the wheel of names all put up, and then we'll go ahead and spin that wheel. And let me. I think this is what I'll do is I'll just copy. I think can I copy? Oh, yeah, I can copy everybody here. So people usually do that. They want to sub to you and don't even come in, but yeah, better for us. Yeah, I mean, I don't. You know, it's my goal is to give it to people, the silver, the giveaways and stuff like that. I think maybe what am I trying to say here? Like, I want to give the silver and gold away to people as much as I can, but I also want it to go to people who really want it and not just someone who just like stream snipes for 5 minutes and then we never see him again. You know what I mean? I just think it's a little less fair for other people in that regard. So, but anyways, that's just my opinion on that. But yeah, I think maybe AJ, you might be right that that maybe YouTube did push YouTube because it was my first live a little bit. So I think maybe that had something to do with it, but who knows? Who knows? I think it's, but you know what? I prefer this because it's more meaningful. Because I know a lot of you guys are in this live streams, in previous live streams, and you guys comment on the channels sometimes. I recognize a lot of you guys, and so, you know, there's more. It's more meaningful when it's going to people within the community again rather than some rando that just comes in. I'm getting buried with mine. Wait, what do you mean war? What do you mean you're getting buried with yours? Yeah, odds are better. So, I'm gonna give you guys one more minute. If you already typed in exclamation point giveaway, then you guys are already in. You don't need to do it 10 more times. It's not going to help your chances. It's just going to put you in already in there. So I'll give people just a few more minutes and then we'll be all good to go. So as long as you did it the first time, you guys are good. Promise. And if you guys are unsure that your name went through, you can ask me and I can tell you if you're in there. So we'll give this here just a few minutes. And then we will give away this and potentially 1 more ounce, just depending on who it lands on. So, oh man, this is going to be fun. All right. I think that's enough time. Let's go ahead and grab all the names in here. Let's go ahead and copy eligible entries. And then we're going to go to, I'm going to end this. I don't think I can end it. Ooh, I don't think it'll let me. Giveaway options. Back. Okay. So giveaway's over in terms of entries. We're going to put the names in here. Let's go ahead and paste. We'll refresh it. Oh, it did not. Hold on. Ooh, why is it doing it like that? Hold on. It should. Hold on. Why is it? Oh, God, I gotta remove this. I don't know why it does this. It puts these random like codes at the end of it. And now I have to delete like every single one, and it makes 0 sense why it does that. Usually I just refresh the page and it's good, but not this time apparently, which is really annoying. So give me just 1 second, guys. I'm sorry. Usually you just refresh the page and it takes care of this thing. So let me, I'm almost done. I promise. There's only like 3 more of you guys, and then we're good. That's 2 different people. Okay. So let me switch over to here. So here is the wheel. And also let me pull that up on, I saw something that came up here. This is also, that's weird. This got broke. I don't know what happened. This doesn't work anymore. Let's see. Brambo with the $4.99 super chat. Thank you. I'm new to stacking. Happy to be here. We're happy you're here too, Brambo. Thank you so much for the super chat, man. I appreciate it. So, all right. So the wheel is up there. You guys can see it, right? And we are going to shuffle it a couple times. We're just going to boom, 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 boom. All right, that should be good. So let's see. Again, guys, for the Rifleman round, let's get some music on here, huh? Let's get a little dramatic music here. And we're going to pick the winner for the Rifleman round. We're going to spin it. And again, if this name lands on Eric, Argent, Kalilo, and Edwin, if you guys get, if it lands on any of you, you get an extra ounce of silver with this. So good luck to you 4, because Chris's concert is not here from what I can tell, and I don't see his name on there. So let's spin this right now. I hope it's not too loud. Lower that down just a little bit. We're gonna spin it here in 3, 2, 1. Good luck, everybody. Let's see who wins the Rifleman round. And it's gonna go to... Is it Randy? It's Randy. Let's go. Randy, congratulations, my guy. You get the Rifleman round. If you can, go ahead and go to my YouTube channel and send me an email with a couple things, with a screenshot of you logged into your account watching the live stream, or just show that it's from the email address on your YouTube channel. If you can do that, then that way I know it went to the right person. So congrats, Randy. I don't know, are you in here? I'm pretty sure you're in here. I saw you in here earlier. I hope he's in here. If he doesn't get it, then we'll do a spin later on, but we'll maybe do one like on the next live stream or something if we don't ever hear from him. So he should be here though. If Randy's here, I hope he's in here. I don't see him in the chat yet. I hope Randy's here, because he won this. So but other than that, guys, that's it for now. I guess I got everything done. Silver Roulette will be 2 weeks from now. We're gonna do live streams every other, just to make it simple. Oh, perfect. Randy is here. I'm here. What do I do? If you can go into, just go. I'll show you here what I'm talking about. So, give me 1 second. I just need to minimize this for just 1 second. If you go to my YouTube channel, let me go. Oh, that's not it. That's not even the right YouTube channel. Hang on. This is why I don't. That's also not the right YouTube channel. What in the heck is going on? I'm sorry. Give me a sec. You would think that I had this down the first time, right? Sign in. There we go. Seriously. You know what? We're gonna do this. This is gonna be quicker. I'm not doing this right now. Sorry. Give me a second, guys. I don't know why it's not doing this right. Okay. So let me go and pull this back up. If you go into my channel, Randy, go into here and go to view email address. Email me here saying that you won, and if you can, take a screenshot of your username, like you're watching the stream like this, so you guys can see, so I can verify that it's you. Just go into my YouTube channel here if you need to. I'll actually copy the email address if that's easier for you to do that. I will put that in the chat right here. Just go ahead and email me there and say that you won. If you can, send a screenshot of you in the chat just so I can verify that it's you. Or if it's from your channel and you have an email address attached to it, then that works. That's like a way to bypass the screenshot, just because I want to make sure that it's going to the right person. So, but yeah, just send me your info, where to ship it to and all that stuff, and then I'll send that out as soon as possible. But other than that, if you have any other questions, Randy, you can just comment on the. Oh my gosh, we're going down. Hold on, we're going down a warping tunnel here. Let me. Let's go back to here, right? Eh? No, hold on. All right, that's good enough. Let's go back to this. This is crazy. All right, let's pull this back up. Sorry, I'm getting all my stuff back in the right order because I'm unorganized right now. Okay, so we're going to end the stream here, guys. I want to say thank you for everybody being around here today, and yeah, Randy, just go ahead and in the comments on the live stream, if you ever get stuck or whatever, for whatever reason, just let me know, and then I can help you out with that in the future. And so otherwise, this is for you, Randy. Congratulations, my guy. We're gonna set this off to the side for you. And that's it for today's live stream, guys, for the giveaway. The next one will be for this $5 face value of junk silver, hashtag stop the melt. And we'll do that. And in 2 weeks from now, when we do the next live stream, we will do the silver roulette. So that will be deciding the next one. So other than that, guys, thank you so much for sticking around as always. And I will see you guys all in the next live stream, guys. Take care. Have a great weekend.